welcome to Fuckcast 39. I'm McKay Jaffe, and sitting across from me is...
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know. Chime in.
Evan Romine.
Oh, okay, that's us.
Welcome.
39.
39. Number 39.
There's a lot of interesting things happening tonight, okay? We're going to call this episode the gross episode. I don't know. And you know what? We didn't start with a song, so we'll have to pick it later. A gross song, I guess. But I had user suggestions. Just give us gross topics. And I want to ask you a favor, Evan. Okay?
Okay.
We are pretty open and pretty disgusting on this show a lot, but this is the gross episode. I want you to, let the inner recess, let it loose. You know what I mean? Just don't be afraid to go to some gross levels that we don't really go to.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm looking forward to this. I ate my Wheaties this morning. I got up. I did some jumping jacks. I went for a hike. Had a good breakfast. I'm ready for today.
You are ready for the gross episode?
Yes.
Okay. Also, I don't know if you wanted me to mention or not, but it's your birthday today.
It is, which I think it's a little fucked up that it's my birthday and you also are calling it the gross episode. Do you think I'm gross?
I was hoping that you would.
Do you think I'm gross?
I know you're a smart enough man that I didn't say that to you because I knew that you were gonna pick me apart for that one. I'm like, let's do a gross episode on his birthday and see what he says about that. So you did say something, and the answer is yes. I think you're gross, and so I think it fits perfectly. Would you disagree?
You shit in the kitchen sink one time, everyone, and then all of a sudden you're the gross guy.
I had to clean it up, man. It took 2 hours. You shit all over the place.
All right, so let's get this party started. So these are all user reviews, user suggestions.
User suggestions, and if we feel like we haven't gotten gross enough, then we'll just do something else gross.
We'll pick some stuff, man.
Okay.
We'll freeform.
Let's get disgusting. All right. Emma Joe says those new fart absorbing those new fart absorbing underwear they just came out with, ass to mouth etiquette. Okay.
People, you only get one topic.
Okay, well, she said two, and I actually like them both, so we're going to talk about them.
Let's go. So, fart-absorbing underwear. Did you see these?
Does she mean like?
It was on Reddit. It was they're like stretch pants. They're like, I didn't really get to read the whole synopsis on them and stuff like that, but it's basically underwear that has certain filtration systems in play where it will absorb the smell of your fart before it reaches the noses of others.
See, this is how stupid I am because I was just thinking about the noise. All I could think of.
I'm sure there's a muffler in there too. I'm sure it probably.
Oh, can's falling. Anyhow, I was thinking that we were talking about.
It's like a cork that you stick up there.
It just didn't click with me smell for a second. I was thinking about the noise. Someone had to wear these because they farted so much that they were embarrassing themselves.
Oh, dude, I'm sure it probably does double damage. They're like, all right, we're going to have...
Go all the way?
I don't know. I don't know the details, I said, but I think...
It's the upgrade system.
Yeah, but if let's just say you and I are designing fart-absorbing underwears...
Which we do a lot.
Which we would... we already have some schematics written up and a couple patents.
Our line is coming out.
A couple of patents pending. But we would probably, can make them stylish, make them stylish. You have the after hours edition, and you have the sports ones with stretchy lycra,
that.
And then it's basically just they look like normal. They're incognito. It's a sleeper.
And I think we would
work on smell.
We work it on smell
and sound.
Well, that's the thing about these is that they probably sell an upgrade system. It's hey, for $20.99. You can have a fucking pack of just the smell absorbers, but if $21.99, if you're spending a little bit more.
What if there was different levels too? It's not just the sizes. I need some smalls, but I need small extra absorbent because I fart really loud.
I need a light smell but a loud muffle. I just
I'm a class 3 on the absorbency of the sound, and then I'm like a class 5.
Our fucking Haynes gonna start doing this. Hey, you got the CrossFit heavy sound absorbers.
Dude, it'd be all yoga studios would be just perfectly quiet because I hear I've never done yoga before, but I hear that it's
you hear a lot of that.
I think
I've never heard that before. Yoga, that's a problem in yoga.
Yeah. So plus with the vegan diet and stuff like that, there's a lot more
There's a lot more noise going on.
With the vegans, they eat fucking birdseed and flaxseed and alfalfa sprouts.
Does being vegan increase the frequency, or are you talking about the?
I think it's a lot of the
intensity.
Food. No, I think it's a lot of foods. If you eat asparagus, it makes your pee stink really bad. I think there's certain foods when you don't eat them, with the same proteins and stuff like that.
I guess they're eating a lot of beans, right? And
I guess
beans from my childhood.
Yeah. Nobody cares about slaying fields and fields of bean trees, but once, some cow gets butchered.
Yeah, so they eat fucking tons of beans.
Yeah, and beans and like peanuts and things that are not like alive, like not fish.
Have you tested that, or is that just fucking off the top of your head?
Have you
been into a yoga studio? All right.
I've never been to a yoga studio. All right, so what's part 2? I think we covered the underwear.
Yeah, somehow. Okay. Ass to mouth etiquette. And I know we always talk about ass to mouth.
You mentioned it before. You said every single day we put in user suggestions. It's always ATM. There's always an ATM related thing.
I think it's a stigma of not that a lot of people want to talk about it, but that the people who didn't see last week's suggestions think they're being creative and funny and say ass to mouth. So we have a lot of dumbasses trying to be like funny and creative. Just know that we have covered ass to mouth. There's been 39 episodes. We have talked about ass to mouth in 39 episodes. There's nothing of ass to mouth like shortage going on around here.
Yeah. So I think we should put that on a jersey and retire it up on the wall. Just jersey up in the rafters that says ass to mouth.
Ass to mouth in the rafters. I like that. Let's get some jerseys and put ass to mouth on the back of it. And Emma, if you want to learn about it, just go listen to any episode. You will hear ass to mouth somewhere in there.
Or if you need any further information on it, come over sometime. You can practice on McKay.
Or I'll practice on her.
I'm sure you guys would love to do.
On her?
You could do like a reverse 69.
Gosh, you know how many likes her thing got? 6. That's how dumb people are.
Oh, well,
she said ass to mouth.
Maybe number 2 is gonna redeem us. What's number 2?
Number 2 is just someone saying yes because the Fuckcast is being recorded.
I don't know. Let's say his name or something like that.
This is a good one.
What's
Clear?
Sean Clear?
Sex with a GoPro.
Sex with a GoPro?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Interesting.
It's not really point of view. I mean, it kind of is. But, like, GoPro, I think, like, the GoPros are more, they're, like, really, like, you could strap it on your head.
It's a super wide angle, yeah.
You could strap it on your head and, like, see the whole show, whereas a point of view, someone has to kind of, like, hold it, and they can't really go to town. Like, the GoPro versions would be crazy, because guys would just be, like, railing girls and doing whatever the fuck they want.
You could eventually do, like, like the Oculus Rift thing that's, like, 3D motion camera.
Yeah.
You could basically have, like, a porn star have a fucking camera on his forehead, and then you put this fucking Oculus mask on.
And
you're just in the world. And you have, like, a virtual reality glove that you can, like, move your hands around. And so you could be, like, fucking Lawnmower Man and just walk around and fucking do whatever you want.
We're going to be rich doing underwear together. But we're going to just jump to this Oculus Rift.
That's after we set our business up and we just are fat cats collecting checks.
It's the sexualist Rift.
Then there's our sex simulator.
Sex
simulator. Fucking VR simulator.
It's a sex stimulator. The sexual stimulator simulator.
Yeah, there's like a remote control, like an Xbox controller, but it's got a fleshlight in it.
We'll take care. Just like our companies, we look at the whole picture. You know what I mean? Like when we make underwear, we think about sound, we think about smell. When we make Oculus Rift sexual stimulators,
or if you make it for the Nintendo Wii, you can have like Wii sex simulator, Wii fuck.
I guess the Wii would be perfect if it was a fleshlight. Like
with like the Wiimote where you just like are jacking it off in the air.
We should sell those Wii controllers that look like fucking penises or something like that. Would that be a funny
What
gag?
if you made them like rubbery too? Like if it was made out of latex where you're just playing Wii tennis with just a big black dildo.
It'd be funny at parties. All your friends would have to play fucking...
You could play drinking games where you have to control like from behind someone else. So, like your hand is like where they're...
genius. Okay, so we sell this sexual drinking game for the Wii, and it has this thing that wraps around the Wii remote.
It's like a Wii remote. That's just it's a dildo.
Well, selling an actual remote would be too expensive. Our game just comes with like a skin that goes around.
Dude, what if it was like a sex game for like lovers on Valentine's Day, where it's like a dildo with the Wiimote?
Well, the game
where you,
is
like stick it in her and like try to beat the record for.
Well, I think the game will come with different modes. Like this is party mode. This is like romantic mode. This is all the relationship games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or you're thinking of it being like those exercise games that come out where they keep, like track of your stats and stuff.
Like Wii Fit, yeah. You can have a fucking heart monitor and like a bunch of things, wires taped up to the side of you, like right on a fucking treadmill.
Comes with a GoPro. It's like sex school or something like that. Your heart rate is too low.
Or you could like sign up to be like the people on camera, and then it gets broadcast out to other people, like those cam sites.
Sell porn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna go to town on this girl once a week. I go to town on this fucking crazy girl on a bus, and guys are like, "All right, that sounds cool." Man. GoPro version of you fucking a hot bitch. Yeah, that sounds good.
Fucking future, man.
All right, this one's in German. Should I try to translate it? I'm too high to like. operate this thing correctly.
We're last time I checked, we're in a fucking America.
Yeah, German. We could talk about how gross Germans are.
What?
Are they?
Do you know
gross?
any gross Germans?
They're all gross. I'm Jewish.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I stay away from them. Not really. If you're hot and you're German, I'm all about it.
Yeah,
or
right.
Or if you're a Polish sausage or a German fucking sausage or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything from that area. That's
so you don't
food.
like German beer?
I love it. I was joking. I don't hold up to the Jewish hatred at all. Like nothing about that. I don't hold that against them. You know what I mean? Unless you're a Nazi.
Well,
if
hey,
I met a Nazi, I might have a problem.
Right?
Like he was legit about it. He's like, I'm a Nazi, you're Jewish, and I hate you. And I'd be like, well, I guess I'm gonna hate.
I feel like we should save all this for the Holocaust issue.
The Holocaust.
The Holocaust. I don't think that's gonna go over very well.
We gotta do that.
The Holocaust. I think we should get I think we should get the all titty episode in before we do the Holocaust and talk about
There's a
the
long list
Holocaust.
of things to do. The titty episode will come someday.
I still think we need to do the titty episode with actual topless girls around us.
We need to plan
and I
that.
think we can make that happen.
Let's do it soon. Okay. Blue waffles, another thing that people like to bring up. I always forget what it is, though.
Yeah, I forget too. It's one of those things where I saw it once and I don't really remember why I don't like it. I just remember that I do not like it.
Good, because
it's like if you're a little kid and if you're a little kid and like you get sick off of eggs one time, you're like you don't exactly remember what it tastes like. You just remember that you get sick, so you don't even try them anymore.
For me, it wasn't eggs. It was Alfredo pasta. It was my blue waffles.
What?
Yeah. It's not a sexual thing, guys. Alfredo pasta is just Alfredo pasta.
Oh, like your uncle didn't make you eat
my mom
Alfredo
made me
pasta
Alfredo
off his
pasta
balls or something?
My mom made me Alfredo pasta like 10 fucking times in a row, and then one night I just threw up for like 5 hours by the side of a toilet. I remember it as the night that I threw up the most ever in my life, and now I for like 10 years I couldn't stand the fucking smell or taste of Alfredo pasta. And now I'm fine.
You're okay now?
Now I've recovered. I got out of my Alfredo pasta phase maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, but for 10 years prior to that, from like 7 years old to like 17, couldn't handle Alfredo pasta.
I'm glad you're okay now. You should go to elementary schools and talk about your story and let everyone know.
Do they sell blue waffles? Can we sell those? Would that be a funny party joke too? Like actual waffles that are blue.
Oh, like Eggo waffles?
Yeah, let's dye them blue in Sullivan stores, and people are like, I got you a blue waffle, and they'll be like, gross. And you're like, no, dude.
No, they'd probably buy them because they thought it was like a fucking Dr. Seuss green eggs and ham shit. Well, and they get it and they're like, holy shit.
Dude, we could make $1 million if we invested in any idea that we just came up with.
You don't think Dr. Seuss already invented blue waffles?
You don't. No, it's green eggs and ham.
Yeah, but maybe he had blue waffles too. I mean,
he's
obviously into
changing colors.
He's obviously into recoloring fucking breakfast foods.
He's wacky, right?
He's a wacky guy.
He's a wacky guy.
Nobody eats green eggs and ham.
Do they sell green eggs in anywhere on Irish Day?
You have to put food coloring in them.
Oh, okay.
All right, what's next?
Eating a red sauced taco, and I don't mean Mexican food. What do they mean?
I believe what he's referring is
not Mexican food.
Giving cunnilingus to a woman who is on her period at that certain time of month.
I don't in the working man's terms.
Going down on a chick on her period.
In the gross terms.
Eating some bitch out while she's bleeding.
Oh, okay.
Is that bad?
I guess that's gross enough for me. That triggered some of my gross.
Yeah, so I would say go ahead and skip it. Take a day off.
What if you really like it? This person might like that.
Well,
like the taste of blood.
I mean we've spoken about this before, but like if I don't know, who's your like number one hot chick right now? Like if there was like a celebrity or something like that, like if Jennifer Lawrence came over to you and she was like, hey, McKay, I want you to eat me out, but
I'm on my period.
I'm on my period.
Does she just come right up to me and say it like that? Because then maybe no. Like, because that's really weird. Like,
no, you spent the whole day together. You went to the Grand Canyon, and she was hiking next to you, and you guys fell in love on the way in, and you were been dating for a week.
First of all, I'm lying. If she walked up to me right now and said, "Can you please eat my pussy? I'm fucking bleeding," like, I would be like, "Okay, that sounds cool." Or if we had a great day together, I would do it either way, unless it was like she needed to go to the hospital. Let's like
it's not a gunshot. It's not a gunshot.
Okay, she's just on her normal period. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Nothing funny, nothing abnormal. Just
you're right. The hotness really depends on that. If it's your girlfriend of 3 years, you're like, honey,
you could chart it out on a double axis plane with a TI-83 if you wanted to. There's a certain level where the hotness and the ability to eat someone out on their period would meet up.
Well, you should make that chart. How would you even? You should do research.
That could be a T-shirt. We could just have it say Red Wings ? Hotness, and then
yes or no.
Yes or no.
There's a green zone and then a red
green zone and a red zone.
Hey, that is gross. Okay. Someone said, I think Amari wins. He said blue waffles. No, he doesn't win. We'll get worse. Okay, this is pretty bad. I like this one. How about if you were part of the human centipede? Your actions, your thoughts, etc. You said gross, so that's what came to mind. And when I say part of, I mean you were the person in the middle. But I think we should spend some time on this human centipede question because I do want to think about your thoughts and your actions if you were in a human centipede, and not just from the middle. I want to know what you were thinking if you were the front, the middle, and the last guy.
Right, like you got to walk a day in their shoes.
Yeah, walk me a day in the shoes of a human centipede survivor, all right, or still in it, like current or whatever.
So basically, human centipede. For those who don't know, these kids are like hiking on the fucking woods, and then all of a sudden they are like go up to this house in fucking Transylvania, and they ask this guy to use the phone, like typical fucking scary movie. And this guy's like, "Oh, fucking perfect! I'm a crazy scientist," and he like knocks him out with like knockout gas, and then they wake up in fucking chairs, and they are listening to this guy describe his plan to stitch someone's ass to someone's mouth, then someone's ass to someone's mouth, and have 3 of them in one solid chain to make one solid unit out of 3 people.
That is a human centipede.
And then he knocks them out again, and then they wake up.
And they're
like,
a human centipede.
Yeah,
and
they're a human
gross.
centipede. And it's fucking gross as shit.
Okay, so you're in a human centipede right now. Close your eyes, take your mind to you. You are part of the human centipede. And you guys can't see him, but he is closing his eyes and
all
getting.
Right, so I'm gonna say let's start off, and I just wake up, and then all of a sudden I'm like on all fours, and I'm look behind me, and I'm like, dude, there's someone
sewed to your ass,
sewn to my asshole. Like, who the fuck is this person?
Okay, so you're starting with the front.
I'm starting with the front. That's my mindset.
You're starting at the front.
So I'm like on all fours. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I see if I can kind of like rock back and forth to see if it's maybe we're like just taped on, you know?
Your eyes just open or something like that?
Yeah. Like, are we taped together? Is it like does he like a legit surgein? Like, did he use like really?
Does
is
your
his
ass
dental
hurt?
floss? Like, does my yeah. Like, yeah. So, but you got to also think that you're in first place. You have a responsibility to like. Be as thoughtful as possible for the rest because you're not receiving anything. You're just giving.
You're the only guy who's probably in the right state of mind, closest to the right state of mind, right?
Yeah.
Like your mouth, you can move. You're like.
I would say it's going to be the easiest for the person up front physically
to figure this situation out.
Well, I mean, the person in front obviously can like still like bite maybe, or if they get a hold of like the scientist or something like that, like you got to be kind of like,
and they can move,
and they can kind of move and direct and stuff. You're the first train on the car.
It's like he's got a tail of humans,
and you got to make sure the passenger cars in the caboose are okay.
So what do you do to get? I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what even happens.
First of all,
I don't want to get a whole synopsis, but
no. I'm still thinking of my thoughts though. So I'm the person in the first place. I'm in fucking pole position. Pole position.
I won the human centipede, Mom.
So I'm thinking, all right, what the fuck's going on? This guy's got some crazy experiment. How am I going to be able to get away from this guy or get this guy and murder him or call the police or whatever?
What about get detached first? I think if you're in survival mode.
First of all, would the pain of, especially if like you just woke up.
Yeah.
Would the pain, it's like almost like.
Probably a lot.
Like if you said, all right, I'm going to put my feet up on your shoulders and push until you're not on me anymore. Would that pain be worse than living the rest of your life on your fucking knees, being in some guy's fucking lab?
You're saying so you have to man up.
I would say you have to man up and say, I got to get detached.
This might hurt, but I got to get detached, right?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think if he's already got your ass sewn to someone's mouth, you're already pretty fucked up down there, and you're gonna need some reconstructive surgery. Yeah. So what's the damage?
Get detached.
Yeah. It's like, especially if it's like certain death too. If the guy's like, I'm gonna kill you guys after like a week.
You got to go James Franco and like cut off your arm.
You got to cut off your arm.
You got to cut off the guy's lips or something like that. You know?
Yeah. So All right. So first person, they've got a pretty. It's like Spider-Man. Like with great power comes great responsibility.
Okay, so
now let me transport you into the middle person.
So I get to do the middle.
You're the fucking middle.
Okay. The first thing that comes to mind is
boom.
when
you wake up.
Your mouth hurts. You see, like, you probably see somewhat of an ass in front of you.
Oh, you're definitely.
Okay, and then like the person behind you, they're like you feel that someone is on your ass. So you probably are thinking, okay, I know what's going on because my mouth is sewn to an ass. My ass hurts. I can't see because I can't move my head.
But could you see that the person in front of you is not attached to another person?
Depends, but here's what would happen is that person where the front of the human centipede has a responsibility to probably be telling me, relaying to me what's going on. Like,
hey,
dude,
I'm about to fart.
This is the situation we're in. Yeah, maybe he's got a shit, or maybe he's gonna cut his lips off. Like, I'm sure. And to me, I would be freaking out because you're like, there's no way this situation. The front guy might get out of this with like, but how? Like,
well, you got to think also like. You're going to be overwhelmed with the pain of your mouth. You can't move at all. You're panicked. You can't. It probably doesn't smell very good back there.
You think you're going to die?
You think you're going to die for sure.
Like,
and then also, you also have someone
on your ass.
There's
nothing good to think when, like, it really depends. Like, maybe I have to watch the movie because I'm curious as do they die?
I don't think we should watch it tonight.
No,
but you should watch it at some point.
But we're both ignorant onto the human centipede storyline. Like the arc of human centipede.
No, he's basically just he's feeding him food to try to have one long entire digestive tract to like make a sick experiment to see if he can make 3 people into one person.
Yeah, but we don't know how it ends. Do we?
Well, I remember.
Do they get out of it?
They do. They do.
Oh, are you telling me?
They
You've
do.
seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They like somehow survive.
Tell me how they get out.
There's
of it.
like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay, so what if you're the last guy? You can feel that no one's on your ass, but your mouth is fucking attached to someone.
Yeah, but you're thinking of just waking up. You got to remember that these people are going to be fed food to try to make one long digestive tract. So there's going to be a point when you're either the middle person or the last person that leader number 1 is going to end up having to defecate. And when they do, where do you think that's going to go?
It's going to go into middleman's mouth, right?
Yes.
So are you trying to get me into the thought process of when someone is shitting into my mouth?
Yes.
Like,
how do you think
you'd gotten that far?
Do you think you'd be okay? Would you be like, I could do that?
Does the person who wakes up first realize the situation and be like, okay, I should hold it because I don't want to shit in my friend's mouth?
You definitely want to hold it.
Yeah. So what if you do it in the movie? Do they experience this situation? Does someone eventually have to go so bad that they have to shit?
Yes.
He tries to hold it for a while. I know this whole story already.
Yes.
That sounds terrible.
This could have been written by monkeys.
Okay, so what is my thought when whoever's sewn, my mouth is sewn to is shitting? I guess at that point in time, I had already been horrified for however long I've been awake.
Yeah, you're like, all right, my ass is sewn to this guy's mouth.
I know that this is gonna happen.
Yeah, like what else could go wrong?
This guy's crazy.
I'm already having a bad day.
This is someone's gonna shit in my mouth.
I was late for my bus this morning.
I'm guessing,
and then I woke up at some mad scientist's house.
I'm guessing the character was horrified.
Yeah,
I might have come to grips with it by the time, you know what I mean? Like, all right, this is gonna happen. You know what I mean? And I just would have smiled. A smile would that piss the fucking scientists off the most?
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. I actually have a fetish.
He's like, I get hard when you guys are screaming, and I don't get hard if you guys just accept it.
Yeah.
It's like, that shit was delicious.
Would the front guy have to tell the team, like, hey guys, I've got a plan. We're gonna piss the scientists off. Everyone, when I start shitting in your mouth, just stay cool. That's my plan. And then everyone has to kind of bob their head a little bit.
All right, so mindset of the very last person, I think you can tell, is probably
they have the least responsibility.
Well,
right?
they have the least responsibility,
and
but
their legs, they can kick shit and stuff like that.
Yeah, they could kick stuff, or you could stand up. I guess if you probably can't.
They can't stand up, huh? They have to crawl around.
Because these are all like fresh wounds too.
He's just dead weight. The first two are like important.
So you think that the third person's like the anchor?
Is the third person even necessary for this situation to be gross? Like, I guess the first 2 interaction is already gross.
I think maybe it just happened where there's just 3 young teenagers come to fucking Transylvania and knock on some guy's door and they get knocked out, and it just happens to be 3 of them. If there would have been 5, there would have been 5.
But what I'm saying, he would have done 5 in a row. You think it would if a bus of football players would have showed up, he would have done like a 40-person human centipede?
They'd have to call Guinness Book of World Records and be like, oh man, the previous record was 3.
This guy's running a 6-person human centipede.
That's 3 more than the whole record.
That is amazing. And they all crawl in. That would be gross, dude.
That would be super gross.
What I was saying is that when I see, if I saw one person and then a person, their mouth sewn to their ass, I would be like, that is incredibly disgusting and that sucks. And you think about their situation. But the third person, when you see it, it's like, I don't get the point of the third person.
Well, they have to eat shit once again.
Yeah, but the first person is going to eat and then shit in the other person's mouth. All right.
Yes.
That sucks. That's gross. Like the third person.
Yeah, but the first person doesn't have to eat shit though. They don't have to eat anything at all. They have to eat food to eat shit make shit, but they don't have to eat shit.
Yeah, they just eat something and then they shit in the other person's mouth.
What I'm saying though is the middle person has the worst because they're having to eat shit and having to shit in someone's mouth.
Oh, they have to do both. That sucks.
But the person on the last just has to eat shit and then
I
shit
wasn't
it
thinking about that extra point. I was just thinking shitting in someone's mouth, like taking the shit out of someone's mouth, is pretty gross. But I wasn't thinking that you're also having to shit in someone's mouth, which is gross also. So the person in the middle is eating shit and shitting in someone's mouth. Disgusting.
All right, here's one more question because we're spending way too much time on one user
topic,
review.
though.
But is there anybody, celebrity or maybe female role model or something like that you would actually not mind so much being sewn to her ass?
Sewn to her ass? For how long?
Yeah, like what I'm saying is like
a night?
Yeah.
Or like
one
like
night.
a long time.
If she's like, I'm into this weird stuff, you know, the movie The Human Centipede. I like to do this thing where you're, you know, like gaffer taped to my.
I think I have reached the maturity level in my life where I had no longer like am a fanboy for like any women anymore. Like, I mean, I still think certain women are beautiful and would love to get with them, but there's no one who would be like, oh, she's so gorgeous, I wouldn't mind my mouth being sewn to her ass for the night. I'm gonna have to say no across the board on all celebrities and or important people for me, ass to mouth, if it's sewn. But if it's just sexual, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have the same response to that because I don't think
Ditto?
there's
Just say ditto. ATM
ditto.
Yeah. Okay. Next topic. There you go. Did we cover that enough?
What?
The fucking human centipede?
Yeah.
We did a half-hour segment.
Which we were talking about ass to mouth, and human centipede is definitely ass to mouth.
They have
Times
always
3.
ATM. We are like experts. The tip of the hat to you.
We should write a book.
a biography.
What's the next topic?
Rosebudding? What is that? Are we out of the loop?
I think that rosebudding
is your period.
No, I think rosebudding is when you
lose your virginity.
Are you going to let me finish?
No, I'm not going to let you finish. I'm going to keep guessing.
I'm thinking that rosebudding is when you like press down like your butt on someone and then you shit a little bit so it comes out like a rosebud, like if you're decorating a cake.
Jesus Christ. How do you know that? You gross piece of shit. Explain to the people again. Go through that one again, please.
So
I missed it the first time.
So like instead of just like, because I think if like you said like I'm gonna shit on some girl's chest, I'm like you're hovering over them and like it plops on their chest. But rosebudding, I would think if you're like pressed down on someone and then you shit and then it comes like if you're decorating a cake, you know, and you have like the cake decorating bag of frosting and you kind of push the tip down and then you press it and kind of twist it at the same time so it looks like a rosebud.
Is this real or are you coming up with this?
I think it's real.
Oh my God, I am surprised that you know that. You seem ashamed to even say it.
We're doing the gross episode. I'm not ashamed. We just spent 45 minutes talking about ass to mouth and human centipedes.
Are there people who are really good at it? Like they're like, there's people who do cakes really well. Like they can have really
someone's got like really good calligraphy skills, but they've got really good
rosebudding. Oh man.
Like they'll go to like
ass painting.
It's like graffiti at like truck stops and stuff like that. You're like, wow, man, that guy shit all over the place, but
it looks
fantastic.
I bought it. I had to have it on my wall. He signed it, limited edition. I should do that. I should start shitting on canvas. But the thing with like that guy who paints with his dick, like instead of just getting my shit and painting with my hands, I paint with my ass, and that's why it's so like unique and different.
I'd put one of those on the wall.
I know you would. I'd force you to. All right. Morbid sex object. What does that mean? Like, what is a morbid sex object?
Oh, that'd be like if you used like
a knife.
I don't know. No, like morbid. Yeah, I guess anything that would be
hand?
like. Well, morbid. I think morbid would be like dead. Like if you had like an arm bone of like a human skeleton or something like that.
Like necrophilia, like a necrophiliac who like likes to fuck a dead person or something like that.
Could be like morbid. What does morbid mean to you?
Morbid is kind of like,
sick or gross or
yeah, I don't know,
disgusting
like
or scary.
It doesn't mean death, right? It just means like kind of like a quality of death, right? It's kind of morbid.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I don't know. You know, it would it be like a gothic dildo, a black dildo?
Like a cross?
I
fucking someone with a cross?
Would cross be morbid? No, that would just be like weird. I don't know what that's not morbid. I think if you use like your uncle died and you're standing by the casket and you know you fancied your uncle, you're like a fucked up girl or something like that, and you grab his hand, like let him touch you or something like that. Is that morbid enough? That's pretty morbid,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's pretty morbid.
Like if you took the ashes of like your fucking
grandma
or something like that and like poured them over your body while you were jacking off, I think that would be pretty morbid.
Yeah. Jesus, yeah. Yeah, that's about as morbid as you can get.
I'm just railing off on weird things.
Just off the top of your head.
Just
let me think of the worst thing I can think of.
Shit like that. All right. Next one is Google image of a pink sock. These people are coming at us with all these Urban Dictionary kind of things. You know what I mean? Like
if you Google image search a pink sock, I think it would show pictures of dicks.
Oh, I thought it would just show a
looks
pink
like
sock. I think I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna do this.
No,
do you think?
No, a Google image would be like if you had a picture of like a black background with
That's
a pink sock, it would translate on Google to look like a dick.
Oh, I thought if you were saying that if I Googled pink sock, I would get a dick before an actual pink sock.
Oh, I don't.
You think I'll get a pink sock, or you think I'll get a
Did it say
dick?
Google image search? Because it's like, you know, if you have like a picture of a sock and you go to Google Images, you can search by the picture.
He said Google pink sock, right? I don't know. Let me see.
Just Google the word pink sock.
I'm going to. I'm lost though. You have to distract them while I try to. I'm too fucking retarded to use a goddamn phone sometimes during these things. Google
pink sock.
You don't think we're gonna get? You think we're gonna get a penis?
I think we're gonna see a penis.
So what do you Google if you Google black sock? I think you get like. I'm thinking we're gonna get a Walmart advertisement for pink socks. Okay.
Is some asshole trying to advertise their website on the Fuckcast? Pink socks.
Pinksocks.com. .com. Oops. Okay. Images. Pink sock. I always misspell everything. No, I didn't want.
This is why we need to have our web person.
We need to get a web guy who just sits there and we make. I think we'll make fun of him more than we actually fucking talk to him. Like
yeah, we have a problem. Like if anybody's in the room while we're doing a Fuckcast, like we can't not talk about them.
Like I would just have because we don't have 3 mics, so he would just fucking. Oh, I fucked it up, man. I'm so retarded. But if anyone wants to apply, that's open, right?
Yeah, we can't pay you. But you get to listen to the Fuckcast before anybody else gets to listen to the Fuckcast.
You can hear this shit live, which is better than the real thing. Wait a sec. Which is not as good as the real thing?
Oh, dude, could we set it up to do like a live broadcast and then record it and then so people could download the recording?
Okay. Wait a sec. I don't know what you said, but something came up before pink socks. It's not a pink sock that came up first.
What is it?
This is interesting. The first one is actually a comic. Would you like to read the comic? But I'm also seeing a vagina with cum being jizzed all over it or something like that. I think if you let it drizzle off the vagina, it's like a pink sock. I don't know. Let me read the comic and we'll. This is gonna get gross. Okay, this is good. I'm glad. You know what? I had faith in that person. They wouldn't just say Google pink sock without it being like, fucking. Oh, I can't click on it though. Oh well. We might have to just Google it later. Everyone might just have to Google pink sock.
I think we need a web guy that's sober.
Okay.
Or a web girl. It could be a chesty female web
There's
girl.
So many weird. Yeah, we need to get a web person. All right, sorry folks. If you want to know what a pink sock is, go Google it.
Yeah, that's your homework assignment for tonight. Fuck off.
That's a classy homework assignment.
Your homework assignment for the weekend is to have a good weekend. I'm gonna be that teacher. No homework this weekend. Your homework assignment is to have fun.
That's the best teacher, though.
To spend a day outside.
Yes.
Best teacher is when you have like a day. It's like Monday, and you come into class, and there's that TV on the fucking stand.
Movie time, right?
Oh shit.
Internet. See, now the internet's shitty, and I can't get back to the topics.
All right, am I gonna have to save the day?
You're gonna have to jump in here, because I cannot load the goddamn thing. technical difficulties on the Fuckcast. Oh, never happens, right? I think I might be. Am I gonna get there before you? Yeah. Okay. I'm back. Almost. Thunder.
Oh, it could be the thunderstorm that's interrupting the cell service.
Yeah, there's a thunderstorm that's fucking with my service. Okay. Next one is my ex used to go down on me when I had a tampon in. Discuss. I've never done that before. Have you done that?
No, that'd be weird. That'd be weird.
Is it weird?
I think so.
Can you take this thing out?
Yeah.
While we do this? She'd be like, no. It's helping me get through my period. You're like, all right, well.
Maybe take a rain check.
What if you had to? She forced you to. Like, clearly, for a celebrity, you would go down on her with a tampon in, right? She said,
clearly.
My ex used to go down on me when I had a tampon in. What I'm getting from that sentence, though, is that he did it more than once. Does that make sense? Like, he frequently went down on her.
Like this sicko guy would be like, "Oh, put a tampon in for me, baby."
She's like, I'm not on my. He's like,
"Oh, just put it in.
Just put it in. I like when that string is like dangling on my nose while I nuzzle against your vagina."
You're better off without him.
The experience is much better without.
Go out and get yourself a new outfit and go find a better man than that. Anyone would do.
What if he's a really great guy? Are you judging him on that? You think he's a bad guy because he likes that?
No, to each their own, But if it's affecting someone's life in a negative way, stop it.
Do you think that affects her life in a negative way?
I don't know if that's the reason they broke up, but
she said X. Maybe it got too weird. We should ask her. Is that a?
We'll have her on for the booby episode. She can show her boobs, right?
The titty episode. I don't know.
If we solve her problems.
I'm not gonna let any titties on this episode.
What?
We need to have a good titties, man.
What if we had them on the other side of the screen glass window?
Well, you're saying
and we just had lights that we could turn on.
You're offering this girl a spot on the titties episode when we don't even know if she has good ones. Like, if we're gonna have a titty episode, we're gonna.
Maybe we should just invite her to the audition.
Okay. She gets a free pass to the audition.
It's like American Idol. We're going to rent out a convention center.
Is there going to be a whole line around the street?
Yeah, Ryan Seacrest is going to be out there with everyone talking to him. How does this process go?
Do they walk in? Do we ask them questions, or they just lift their shirt and we just go yay or nay and then?
I think we get like a basketball court, so they have to like walk like a long ways to get to the table.
Oh, so you see the kind of how they move and the you know,
and in that way, it makes it even more painful when we say no to them. They have to walk all the way back.
You're gross. You're disgusting.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you want to be Simon or I'll be Simon? Like, who gets to say mean things about the titties?
No, dude, you get to be the positive, like, Randy Jackson, where you're like, oh, dog, that was great, dog.
Those are the best titties ever.
And I just sit there with my arms crossed the whole time with, like, a smirk, like, you're never going to be in show business, lady. Not with boobs like those.
Not even close. You are a joke. All right.
Quick, Google something.
So, yeah, don't go down on your girlfriend with the tampon on. I don't know the benefit of that at all.
All right, so next one is Megan. She said, how about one man, one jar?
That's gross as fuck.
I don't know. What's one man, one jar?
We haven't seen it. So do you want to make up something about it?
I'm guessing that it's probably a guy pooping into a jar and eating his own poop.
You're just going to go with the poop?
I'm going because it's like a play on like Two Girls, One Cup.
One guy, one jar?
One guy, one jar. I think he fills up a jar maybe with his own poop and pee, and maybe he drinks it. Like a smoothie or something?
Oh, man. How much would it take for you to do that?
Dude, nowadays it's just the weird stuff, I think. I don't know. And like that was just a complete guess. I have no idea what it's about. It could be something very nice.
Was this a mistake doing the gross
episode? This could be like the new Pixar movie. I don't know.
What if it's a
what would you think if you just had a text description of a movie that you were about to watch, you knew you were going to have to watch it, and they said, all right, what do you think this is going to be about? It's called One Guy, One Jar.
One man, one jar? Like the realistic me would know that I'm about to watch something gross, but then I wouldn't watch it. I try to veer away from these things because the only thing that happens is you go gross.
Do you think he's pooping in the jar? Or do you think he's like jerking off in the jar?
I'm going to go with pooping.
Maybe like a semen jar.
I think you nailed it on the head that this man is definitely shitting and pissing and doing something into this jar, and then he is doing something equally and even more disgusting. It's even it's bad enough to just poop into a jar. Stop. Gross. Don't poop into a jar. That's fucking gross, okay?
Then I mean, if you're like on the road and you have to poop somewhere and you have like a Happy Meal or something like that, like a Happy Meal box, that's fine.
You can't.
You can poop in that.
You can't just go poop on the side of the road or something like that.
Well, I mean, if like time is an issue and you can't stop,
you just gotta poop in a Happy Meal box. How the fuck can you not stop and poop in a Happy Meal box? And like in your car or something like that?
What if it's just you? What if you're a woman and you don't feel safe stopping at a truck stop?
Like you're in L.A., downtown L.A. or something like that?
Yeah, and you're just like, there's nowhere I can go.
There's
I can't
no
go.
fucking bathrooms in L.A. No one lets you. I walked into a Walgreens and I'm like, hey, you got a bathroom? They're like, no bathrooms. I was like,
fuck off.
What the fuck do you do if you have to diarrhea? What if you're right. You shit in a fucking
Just
McDonald's
find the mailbox
box.
or something.
That's why it smells like piss though, because fucking everyone just pisses on the like.
Not like San Francisco though. They got future toilets.
They got future toilets. LA, you need to look at San Francisco and get some goddamn future toilets.
Yeah, welcome to the
man.
fucking future.
Yeah.
All right, next is Joshua. I can see that you have several.
Friend of yours?
No, but I can see he's got the next.
Wow.
Yeah.
This went crazy.
Really overzealous right there.
What?
Well, let's start off with number 1 and we'll see how it goes. All right, frozen poop as sex toys with your own mom. Josh.
That one was
Josh,
disappointing halfway through.
Normally I'd be upset with you for that, but this is the gross episode.
So cheers.
So good job.
2 mics up.
Yeah,
right?
2 mics up for that. We'll give you 2 cheers.
Frozen poop as sex toys with your own mom.
Wait.
I'm confused.
Whose poop is frozen?
Frozen poop as sex toys with your own mom.
So you have to use your own frozen poop. Oh, it's a dildo with your mom.
As you use it on your mom?
Yeah.
That's fucking disgusting, dude.
Joshua is not holding out. He is doing exactly as we want.
We said, okay. So, yeah, whose poop is it? Her poop?
Joshua gets a gold star
Doesn't
in his
matter.
report card.
I don't think the poop is really a factor in this situation.
I would rather use my own poop, I think.
Than just random poop?
Yeah.
Like, if someone's just like, here's a dildo of poop. I think I'd rather use random poop. My own poop. It's like weird to fuck your mom with your own poop.
What if it was like an Indian guy who ate a lot of like curry and stuff, and it just smelled
dude.
terrible?
You got to go that way. It couldn't be like just a sterile, hard.
It's the gross issue, okay? It was not born in a fucking lab.
Can't fuck anyone with a squishy Indian fucking curry poop, okay? It's got to be like a dog, frozen.
A dog poop?
Dog
it's
poop.
not dog poop. It's got to be human poop.
It's got to be human poop. No.
I'm thinking that Joshua doesn't want to tire us out with a whole paragraph, so I'm just paraphrasing that he probably is thinking of human poop used as a sex toy, like the shape of a human poop, like a dildo. It's frozen.
Which is bad enough.
It's all bad.
It's all bad.
It's all bad.
And then you use it on your mom, which is she enjoying it or not enjoying it?
I think you just have to get it over with quick, you know? You have to just give it
Jammer?
to her. Give it to her hard. Finger blast her with the poop.
That's not going to work though. You got to
Poop blaster.
caress. You got to treat the lady to get the lady off. You have to care and take time. You can't just jam her. She's just going to feel like she's being raped by your frozen poop.
By her son. Jesus. Joshua.
Okay.
I think you might. We're gonna reach out to you and try to get you a name of a person you could talk to, a psychiatrist or something.
I think that's the grossest one so far because
yeah, so far.
It's like it's a good kind of gross because it's not overly gross. It's like a real subtle line that starts with frozen
humorous,
poop
yeah.
and then
all right.
as a sex toy for your own mom.
Next one is Shana
Necrophilia.
Necrophilia.
We talked about that.
That's when you have sex with.
Would you have sex with a dead woman?
No.
What if she had died 10 seconds ago?
No.
Most beautiful woman ever.
No, I'm not gonna mess up the crime scene.
What if it's not a crime scene? She died of natural causes right next to you 10 seconds ago. You've been in love with her for like 5 years, but she wouldn't have sex with you, okay? And then
that's a whole other dynamic. So
yeah, I'm just trying to get you to a point of being a necrophiliac.
Yeah, but if the police come in after that, they're gonna be like,
you get away with it scot-free.
She was fucked to death.
No. They come in. Clearly, she had a heart attack, and then they take her away to the morgue. No one knows. Nothing.
Oh, so
you're scot free.
Yeah, but what if I have insurance or something like that on there, or like life insurance?
I'm saying there's no ties to this. Okay, you will not.
They're not
going to
check to see if she was recently raped.
You get away with the crime, man. Whatever you did, you get away with this necrophilia. Okay.
Okay.
She died 10 seconds ago. You've been in love with her for 5 years.
And this is the love of my life.
Yeah, and she wouldn't have sex. Not the love of your life, but like. Maybe someone you were obsessed with, a celebrity or something like that.
I'll be honest, still wouldn't. I don't want to have sex with a dead body.
I know, so they just lay there, right? They're dead, right? They don't have any emotions.
You would have to know that you're going to get gratification from it beforehand. Like if you've never had sex with a dead body before and you didn't know if it was gonna be good or not, you would think that if you like, maybe like there's a news story or something like that about someone like with necrophilia, and you're like, oh hey, that's kind of hot, I guess. You would have to kind of know that you were into it. You wouldn't just.
How do you figure
your
that
love
out?
of your life wouldn't fall over and you just.
I think it's not that you would have to. It's not like a fetish. I mean, for some people, it's probably a fetish. I don't want to offend any necrophiliacs out there. Okay,
you're worried about offending people that are fucking dead bodies.
I don't want to offend a necrophiliac. They have their rights. Okay.
You think they're gonna get you after you die?
Maybe. You know, I probably will have a really good looking corpse, but I think it happens out of rage, like a situation we did, like maybe this girl wouldn't fuck you, like a stripper or a prostitute or something, and you pissed her off, and it's a crazy psycho dude. He's like, fuck you, bitch, and he like slaps her, and she passes out, and she's actually like dead or something, and he just like fucking kind of like rape, but / like fucking a dead body or something like that. Like starts as rape, turns into necrophiliac. Is that even considered necrophiliac or just murder? Is necrophilia where you like dig up a dead body?
I think
fuck
all
it?
of the above. Well, all of the above. Recently deceased, been dead for a while.
How deceased do you have to be for it to be necrophilia?
Well, I think scientifically there's only a certain. I mean, you'd have to preserve someone's body, I guess. Like you'd have to freeze them and then thaw them out.
Or what if you just dig them out of the grave, like after they were buried yesterday, and you
buried yesterday? Yesterday,
I think
you'd probably be
stories
okay.
like that. What?
I think if it was like yesterday, you'd probably be okay.
Yeah, you dig up that girl, that hot prom queen who died, and you're like, oh man, I loved her. I was like, all I ever want to do was fuck that girl, and she died yesterday. And then you go out and dig a hole.
There's like a urban myth that's what happened to Marilyn Monroe's body.
Someone dug her up and
like
fucked her?
There was like a society of people that like to fuck dead bodies, and they like paid money to like
get
Marilyn Monroe's dead carcass.
Is there like all the burials for famous people? Are they just fake? Like the bodies are shipped somewhere to like high end rich people who just want to like, oh, I always wanted to fucking, some high-end actress or like Michael Jackson. Do you think he was shipped off to get like fucked by a bunch of little boys and stuff?
What if they should do this already, but like what if like they had like a body scanner? What if there was like a team of people that went around with like a body scanner, like a CAT scan thing that like scan their bodies of like celebrities, and then they would make like sex dolls out of them, like likenesses.
So, like, as soon as they die, they go and have like the vagina made of someone fucking like. Are you saying
like there's like a 3D printer that goes? You have to like sonar underneath the coffin or something like that.
Are you saying that I could go get like a pocket pussy of like Lady Di or something like that?
Jesus Christ! Yes, that would be one of them.
I would buy that. How would you buy like a vagina like thing that was of your favorite actress? Like if she had just deceased, they're like, before she died, we molded her, and for $20 you can fuck exactly what her ass looks like.
What if it was like a mannequin, but you could like order like, all right, I want Katy Perry's boobs, I want this person's legs, like I want Jessica Simpson's legs and Katy Perry's boobs, and then the face of like, whoever, and you could like mix and match. And
then I want the batteries put into her arms, so at least she moves her arms and stuff when I'm fucking her, like so it has some kind of lifelike movement.
like Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah. Like it kind of moves. The more you fuck it, like it moves, so you're like, oh, it's kind of alive.
Yeah, you might also have nightmares afterwards of
maybe that's how you get necrophilia. Is there's people who fuck these like
blow up dolls and stuff.
Blow up dolls who don't move, and then you see an attractive woman and she's dead.
She's like participating, and he's like, it's not the same.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There might be an inkling there. Maybe the blow up doll industry is responsible for some murders. Okay, vomiting other vomit.
So that's like if you eat someone else's vomit and then you vomit it up?
I guess so. I guess like a dog. You know how dogs eat their own vomit?
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
Can you vomit other vomit, or can you just throw up? Wait a sec.
You just throw up whatever you throw up. If you happen to have other vomit inside your stomach.
Vomit other vomit. It's a chicken before the egg. What comes first, the vomit or the vomit?
Right?
I don't know.
I guess we'll never know.
Filleting feline feces. Filleting feline feces.
Feline feces?
Filleting, which is fellatio. Feline, which are cats. Feces, which is poop.
So you're trying to you're sucking off cat poop?
I think he was just trying to rhyme. I don't think he was trying to be gross on this one. Joshua.
Come on, Joshua.
He was just trying to be creative. All right, he's got another one, though. Pouring milk on a bowl of scabs and eating it like cereal. That's pretty gross. Okay, so you collect a bowl of scabs.
Where these scabs come from?
Your own body, or just
do they
like
have diseases, or
you got scab flakes? Yeah, just fucking like a box of them.
It's like cultured in a lab, like you have like petri dishes and Bunsen burners going with other skin samples.
Are they fresh scabs, or are they like?
So it's like
old?
it's like Wheaties,
Yeah, like
but like human scabs.
Yeah, and then you pour milk and you eat it.
That sounds awful.
It does sound awful, but have you tried it?
No, I have not.
Do you think there's any? If we had cinnamon scabs, do you think you might be able to power through it? Frosted mini scabs. Captain Scabs, like what's
Lucky Scabs?
Lucky Scabs? Like, do you think there is some kind of?
Oh, what about Cocoa Scabs?
Cocoa Scabs? Oh, dude, if you put cocoa powder all over like a bunch of like 10-year-old scabs, like someone collected scabs, and then you poured cocoa on them and poured milk,
I'd probably have a bite.
you could probably get through it.
I mean, if I had to, yeah. If it was like Fear Factory.
It was like, hey, you either get part of human centipede or you eat cocoa scabs. Which one are you going with? Cocoa scabs, right?
Yeah. I'd say give me some 2%, maybe a glass of orange juice. Let's have a well-balanced meal. It'd be like eating bacon, I think.
Yeah, right? I don't know. I don't know what scabs taste like. I'm going to have to say it.
But what if you did like drizzled them in like maple syrup first?
Well, what is a scab technically? Is it blood, or is it skin, or is it?
It's like blood, right? It's like when your blood cauterizes.
Well, yeah, but it turns into skin, or does skin like grow over a scab?
Skin grows over a scab and it repairs it from the inside out, I think, too.
So it's blood.
It's like blood. Yeah, it's like blood and skin.
It can't be that bad.
It's blood
then.
and skin.
It can't be that terrible.
Right?
It depends how old it is, I think. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I just want to say that.
Josh needs
job.
to...
He gets a medal. Okay. Someone said you had me at gross. What is, like, we can have you? Like, you're ours now?
Web person.
We can just abuse you in any way. We can fucking... You can be a slave. You had me at gross. Okay. Proper urethral stretching techniques.
Oh, yeah, like Kegels, right?
Stretching.
Oh, stretching, like hanging dumbbells from...
I don't know. Is that what she means? Proper urethral stretching techniques.
Well, urethra is where your pee hole is. So if
Okay.
you're like exercising that, you're basically opening and closing it to strengthen your muscles.
Well, she doesn't say exercise, which I think is real, and people do that to exercise their muscles to strengthen them or get better control of their muscles. But she is saying stretching. Urethral stretching, which is gross. I don't think she would say exercise.
You're thinking like taking your wiener in your hands and making it like a balloon animal
like
and
you were
taking it and
saying.
stretching it?
Yeah, like stretching. Yeah, I don't know. Stretching it. What are the proper
Yeah,
techniques?
you know what? I don't really want to know what that is, actually. Not really interested.
You know what it is.
I don't want to Google search what stretching is, like if someone's opening up their pee hole larger than it should be.
Could you imagine a situation where someone would use that in their life, or what the application of stretching your...
I would say
pee
the
hole
only
is?
way is if you're trying to pass a kidney stone.
Dude, well, that's good. You're a smart man. I would have said no, fucking, but that might be that might be a possibility.
Like if you know what's coming, you're like, all right.
For a catheter?
I got 2-3 weeks, yeah.
Like, what if
for
they can't get
catheter.
a catheter in? Like, someone's dying, they got to pee or something, we got to get this catheter in, right?
Yeah.
So what are the... I guess that shit's real, man. This person is a medical... They're asking medical questions to the Fuckcast, which is...
You know, you didn't think you were going to learn anything today, people.
You always learn something, though. I don't know what it is. What did you learn today?
Don't grow up to be like Evan. Or McKay.
It is your birthday. Don't grow up to be like us. Don't grow up to be like me is a very, very funny line. I like that. Okay. Tub girl is the last topic. It's another one of those things.
Tub Girl is one of those famous...
These people are just coming at us with shit like, does everyone know what Tub Girl is? That sounds disgusting. I don't even know what it is.
See, the good suggestions are the one where we don't have to explain firsthand, like, what it is. Or,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because now no one listening knows what the fuck Tub Girl... What goes on in your brain when you think Tub Girl?
Well, I don't know exactly what it is. It's one of those things like where you've seen it before, but you just didn't put 2 to 2 together, like blue waffles.
I have not seen Tub Girl. Because if she is saying Tub Girl in the gross episode, then I guarantee you that I have not seen Tub Girl. Because wouldn't that be something you would remember? Yeah, I definitely have.
Probably
seen Tub
like
Girl.
2 girls, 1 cup, and the cake farts. Those are all pretty bad.
Yeah, those are probably unforgettable things, right? So you have not seen it. I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say I've not seen
it. Liar.
But I think I have heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
What would you hear? Is she like?
Yeah, no, I just heard.
I
I think I remember hearing Tub Girl is one of those gross, things, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
Okay, so what is she doing?
I don't know.
Throw it at me. Tub of shit? Is that what we're talking about here? Tub of tub of blood is not a big deal. We've seen that in movies and stuff like that. Tub of semen just seems like a lot of work.
That seems like a lot of work.
Tub of shit? Shit water?
Feasible, like if maybe it was like just like shitty water.
I bet we're way off. I bet Tub
we're
Girl
off
is something completely different.
What if it's like some like super sexy thing that we don't even know about, but we just keep thinking it's gross?
Tub Girl could be like hot as fuck.
Are you ever afraid that you're gonna see one of these crazy videos of like 2 girls in 1 cup and like be like attracted to that?
Yes. Right?
Like you're like oh man, urethra stretching. What the fuck's that all about? And you're like watching, like, oh my god.
I am scared, and I'm telling you the truth that I might have a. I don't think I have one, like a fetish like that's gross, disgusting, but I'm
like you're not into feet or anything.
No, like I'm not into anything that I think people would. I don't think feet are gross to people anymore. Like, all right, I'm talking about a fetish that's gross, like a shit fetish, or like something like that people would just look at and go, you are just clearly not a good human being. You know what I mean? Why would anyone? You're fucked up. Like, I don't have one of those yet, but I do have the fear that maybe someday, like, I would look at something and be like, well, you know.
Getting fucked by a prickly pear cactus kind of looks hot.
Why am I into this? You know what I mean? Like, if a girl does something someday and you're like, why the fuck did I like that? You know what I mean? I'm scared that might happen. Does that ever happen to you? Do you like?
I think there's different levels. I think there's things like if you like being spanked, that's not.
No one gives. Yeah, that's
no one gives a fuck if you like being spanked. I think choking becomes like a dangerous kind of thing where it's like dangers involved. You know, if maybe you're just like used to all the normal sex stuff and it's like, oh well, now I can't get off unless I'm being choked, unless there's like fear of dying involved.
That would be would that suck? Like to develop a fetish that you know is like fucking.
Like Dexter, like you have to kill someone. Yeah,
he has to kill it. Does like that would suck, right? Isn't that an added difficulty on? Isn't it hard enough to get like sex and enjoyable sex? Then you have to add it on. Now someone has to be wearing a clown hat and I fucking have to have one arm, or I can't get off.
Well, and then also you have to figure out how much is it gonna affect. How uncomfortable is it gonna be to tell someone about your fetish? Yeah. Like if you're on like 2 weeks dating a girl and you're like, hey, by the way, I really like you. I feel like I've got to tell you before we move any further that like I'm into getting shit on.
Do you have the balls to just?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's one of the hardest parts about having a fetish is having to like explain it to other people that you're into that.
I don't know. I didn't even wouldn't know how to take that. If a girl came up to me and she's like, listen, if she had the ball, she's like. It usually doesn't work out when I just shit on the guy, okay? So I want to be upfront with you.
Yeah, that's not something you just softball in there.
Yeah, like every time I've just randomly shit on a guy, it always turned out bad. So lately with my relationships, I've been telling the guys up front, hey, I want to shit on you. It gets me off.
We'll start off with a little rosebud.
We'll start off small. I'll kind of ease you in, training wheels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll make it like easy cheese first.
And then I'll just shit all over you. And I'll rub it on your face. And we'll kiss, and
we'll use Saran wrap the first time, and then maybe eventually we'll go without Saran wrap.
That's a trial run, so you can just see it. You don't have to feel it yet. You're covered by plastic.
You'll feel the warmth, but you won't actually feel you'll be untarnished.
And then when you jump up to the big leagues, it's just crazy. We need to buy new sheets every single time. Actually, they'd probably do it in a hotel or something, right?
You're right. Sick
you don't want to do it at home.
By the way, don't ever sit on anything in a hotel. It's all gross. It's all disgusting. People have had sex on the chairs, on the windowsills, everywhere.
Everywhere. Everything has been touched by a dick. Like, you do not. So, there's guys who go into hotel rooms and just rub their dick on everything because that's their fetish. Like, knowing someone else is going to fucking touch.
The remote control
I can't wait to just rub my dick all over this because the next person is just going to be sitting in their underwear eating, like, M&Ms and just fucking using this remote. Some people get off.
Yeah, hotels are gross, people.
The Bible is probably the dirtiest thing. People do all kinds of dirty shit to the Bible.
That's
do
gross.
not touch those.
Do we have any more suggestions? Or are we done?
No, we're done. It's been gross.
It's been super gross.
It's been super gross.
I feel like we need to watch like a happy movie or something like that to keep us.
I don't want to watch a gross movie. I'm having a gross fill. Your birthday is a time of rejoice. We don't need
let's watch a comedy or something fun.
Comedies are often gross though. What movies are not gross?
Well, if we watch like American Pie, obviously that's gonna be gross.
Yeah, well, we'd have to watch a romantic movie to get no gross.
Do you want to watch The Notebook?
The Notebook. Is there any gross in there? I find. What do I find gross in The Notebook?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's all good. Ryan Gosling's.
He doesn't stomp on anyone's head, I don't think.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing crazy happens.
Well,
is there any gross sex?
Let's put this movie trivia and movie trying to figure out what movie we want to watch on the shelf, and let's finish up this Fuckcast.
Okay,
I think it's all been gross.
Shut it down.
Thanks for all the user suggestions.
You're all gross. They're all gross, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't us. You and me
grow up a little bit too. I mean,
grow
people.
Up.
You're like these sound like 12-year-olds suggested these.
Ass to mouth, blue waffles. Gross.
Maybe next episode we'll do the positive episode and we'll compliment people
Name
on their
all things. Yeah.
We'll maybe all the user suggestions will actually go to their profile and we'll say 2 nice things about them.
I like that. What is that episode called? Tune in next week.
The friendly episode. The rated PG episode.
Episode
where
PG.
We're not gonna swear.
Oh my God, no. How
and
can
we'll be all smiles and we'll have we'll have like a bunch of kids around us too.
We'll tell a story. We'll tell a bedtime story.
Yeah, and we can't swear and we can't talk about anything
grossest
gross.
thing
It's all gonna be positive.
It's green eggs and ham. That's as gross as it's gonna get.
We'll have like Dr. Seuss and like.
I think so.
All right. So if you have any kids, bring them over.
Send them over.
We'll watch them. We will watch your kids and we'll have a Fuckcast right around them.
Right.
We'll have to change it to the Flipcast or the Fudgecast or something.
The Fudgecast. Tune in for the Fudgecast when we read Dr. Seuss. All right.
It's gonna be flipping awesome.
This has been gross. Bye.
Yeah.